أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله وحده، والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده. Brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, again, we are back in this blessed session, asking Allah the Almighty to continue to guide us, asking Him to continue to protect us. As promised, that inshallah tonight we are back from 10 o'clock to 10:30 to actually visit the blessed book given to the Ummah. And surely this is the month of Quran. شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن. The month of Ramadan in which Quran is revealed. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة مباركة. That surely we have revealed Quran in the blessed night. Again, إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر. Surely we have revealed the book, the Quran, in the night of decree. So this is the blessed month of Ramadan, the blessed month of Quran. So ours is to read it, to recite it, as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam will do during this blessed month. Inshallah, tonight I would like to share with us Surah Al-An'am, the livestock. Surah 6. We have mentioned a little bit from the beginning. So always we keep repeating it so that it would stick with us. We did mention about the sciences of the Quran. We've mentioned about the first surah, Surah Al-Fatiha, the opening. We did mention about Surah Al-Baqarah, the cow. Likewise, Surah Ali Imran, the family of Imran. And then Surah An-Nisa, women. And yesterday, Surah Al-Ma'idah, the table covered with food. So today or tonight, we surely will visit Surah Al-An'am, the livestock. And brothers and sisters in Islam, because of lack of time, we are unable to penetrate every surah, to at least address the entire verses of every chapter. So ours is to choose few, especially the connection between the name of the surah and the content. What is the connection between the surah, meaning the chapter, and the name of which it is registered? So here, Surah Al-An'am, the livestock. The surah got its name based on what the polytheists during the time of the Prophet, may peace be with him, and even it predates Islam, regarding certain animals where they claim these animals are ours to enjoy, but these type of animals are for our idols. These are for that, and these animals are for this. So they've created this doctrine, the doctrine which has no basis from the Islamic point of view. So Quran mentioned that, because this surah, Surah Al-An'am, is mentioned that it is, of course, one of the surahs that was revealed in Mecca, not in Medina. Now remember what we said earlier, that Surah Al-Fatiha, although it is said that is actually revealed twice, Mecca and Medina. And Surah Al-Baqarah, we did mention, is of the Medina. Likewise, Ali Imran, likewise, An-Nisa and Al-Ma'idah, all revealed in Medina. But this, Surah Al-An'am, the livestock, is revealed in Mecca, where the polytheists have all these laws regarding their livestock. This is halal, this is haram. Now, who said this is haram? Now, who said this is halal exclusively for you? So Quran had mentioned that very clearly. And if you read Surah Al-An'am, mostly it's regarding the belief in the oneness of Allah, meaning worshiping none but surely the Creator. So we've named this session tonight as 10 Commandments, Quranically, meaning Allah has mentioned here in Surah Al-An'am 10 commandments to Muslims to abide by those commandments. That begins from ayah, meaning verse 151. I would like to share with us. قل تعالوا أتل ما حرم ربكم عليكم ألا تشركوا به شيئا. Come, all of you, I'm inviting you, come and let's share. تعالوا. Let me recite unto you that which is forbidden for you. Number one, ألا تشركوا به شيئا. Worship none but Him, the Lord, the Creator of all. A shirk, indulging in polytheism, worshiping others other than the Creator, that is shirk. When one believes that some being has the power to take or to give, that is an act of shirk. So, commandment number one, Allah tushriku bihi shay'a, indulge not in polytheism. Indulge not worshiping others other than Allah. Worship only Allah. That begins our 10 commandments. One, worship the Creator of all, who is Allah. So whatever we do as Muslims, whatever we do as Muslims, number one is to worship none but Allah. We only abide by the law of Allah the Almighty. So in the act of worship, worship none but the Creator, ألا تشركوا به شيئا وبالوالدين إحسانا. Second, be kind, be obedient, respectful to one's parents. That is the commandment number 2. After worshiping of Allah, the Almighty, and number 2 is to be kind to one's parents. It is so important that after the worshiping of Allah, the Almighty, the next is being kind, being obedient to one's parents. Now, obedience to one's parents has its limit too, because لا طاعة لمخلوق في معصية الخالق. We should not obey any being disobeying Allah. Meaning, obedience to parents must be in conformity to the law of Allah and the guidance of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So commandment number 2, obedience, kindness to one's parents. Remember, what you do to your parents today is exactly what you would see tomorrow from your own children. So be honest, be sincere when it comes to your relationship with your parents. That's commandment number 2. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ مِنْ إِمْلَاقٍ. Commandment number 3, do not take the lives of your own children out of fear of poverty. Your children are a blessing from the Creator of all. And therefore, you have to do whatever you can after obeying your own parents. Be kind to your children. Do whatever you can to protect them. Of course, all of you are under the protection of the Lord of mercy. So provide protection, provide nourishment for them, and rely intrinsically on Allah the Almighty. So 1, worship none but the Lord of all, the Creator. 2, be obedient and kind to your parents. 3, your children, protect them. Do whatever you can to help your children. Do not cause any harm to your children. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَوْلَادَكُمْ مِنْ إِمْلَاقٍ, because of fear of poverty. Well, who is the provider? Allah answered here, نَحْنُ نَرْزُقُكُمْ وَإِيَّاهُمْ. It is we, Allah said. We, Allah said, provide for you and them. Provision is not in your hands. Yes, today you may be going through some form of suffering, poverty, but only Allah provides. Allah surely is the provider. Yours is to do whatever you can and leave the rest with Allah. Never ever take the lives of your children, cause harm to them, thinking that provision is in your hands. No, it is in the hands of the Creator of all. Now, let's go to number 4. وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الْفَوَاحِشَ مَا ظَهَرَ مِنْهَا وَمَا بَطَنَ. Abstain, refrain, never ever anything that is sinful, evil, sexual or other obscenities, abstain from it. That is number 4. Because there is connection between your deen and your honor. We've mentioned that earlier. One important thing after your deen is your honor. Now, when a person is accused, when a person indulges in all sinful, immoral relationship, where is your honor? And we always will share with our children and our youth, be careful. Be careful what you do today. In terms of relationship, it may haunt you tomorrow. It may haunt you tomorrow. Look at sometimes our presidential candidates in the past and present. Of course, when they were young, they were doing what young people would always do, including smoking weed. But guess what? People will never forget. What comes tomorrow, people will not mention, well, he was a young man, she was a young woman, and therefore let's forget about that. Sometimes it affects their political career. So, your honor, brothers and sisters in Islam, is as important as your deen. Your honor. Do not play with it. Do not abandon it. It has a unique connection with what you would become tomorrow. So, number 4, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الْفَوَاحِشَ مَا ظَهَرَ مِنْهَا وَمَا بَطَنَ. Obscenities, all evil, sexual or not, abstain from it, regardless whether it is public or private. مَا ظَهَرَ مِنْهَا, that which is seen by all, or وَمَا بَطَنَ, that which is not seen. Because guess what? Somebody saw it. If nobody sees it, well, your Lord sees it. Allah, ما يكون من نجوى ثلاثة إلا هو رابعهم ولا خمسة إلا هو سادسهم ولا أدنى من ذلك ولا أكثر إلا هو معهم أينما كانوا ثم ينبئهم بما عملوا يوم القيامة إن الله بكل شيء عليم. If you are 3, Allah surely is your 4th. If you are 4, Allah is the 5th. Regardless, more or less, Allah said, surely I am with you, regardless of where you happen to be. You cannot hide. Yeah, you may be able to run, but Allah, the Almighty, is watching. So, remember that. That is number 4. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا النَّفْسَ الَّتِي حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ. It is completely haram. It is not acceptable Islamically to take the life of an innocent person. That is haram. Except if that person indulges in that sinful act. You are defending yourself. Of course, you have to defend yourself. Other than that, we have the law of the land. Let's do whatever we can. If a person takes an innocent life, we have to collectively, we have to all come together to actually work to prosecute him. But you have no right, Islamically, to go out with your gun claiming that he's trying to take your life and therefore you have to. That is no. Allah said it is unlawful. That is the 5th commandment. Unlawful to take the life of an innocent person. Period. ذَلِكُمْ وَصَّاكُمْ بِهِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَعْقِلُونَ. This surely is the commandment of Allah. This is the law of Allah, so that you would think. Think. and think. Number 6. ولا تقربوا مال اليتيم إلا بالتي هي أحسن. The 6th is, do not come close to the wealth of orphans except with good intention. Keep their wealth for them. If you are responsible, it is your duty to keep the wealth, protect that wealth until they have reached the age of puberty or old enough to run their own life. But it is Islamically incorrect to abuse the wealth of orphans. Therefore, commandment number 6, never ever, is a warning from the Creator of all. Never touch the wealth of orphans until after they have reached old age. حتى يبلغ أشده. That is number 6. Number 7, وأوفوا الكيل والميزان بالقسط. Now, measurement or weight in terms of your transactions, make sure you do it right. No harming, no cheating, period. Just do it right. In terms of measurement, do it right. In terms of weight, do it right. Surely this is number 7. لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah said, look, all these laws, Allah said, I will not overburden you, put on shoulders that which you cannot do. Whatever I ask you to do, Allah said, I am the creator. Therefore, you have to abide by it. I'm not asking you to do that which you cannot do. That is the meaning of, surely, لا نكلف نفسا إلا وسعها. We will not overburden you. That is number 7. And then 8. وَإِذَا قُلْتُمْ فَعْدِلُوا. قُلْتُمْ, kalam. When you speak, فَعْدِلُوا, be just. Whenever you say something, it must be honest. What you say is surely what people would hold you for tomorrow. And there are many, many places in the Quran that Allah said, speak right. That whenever you speak, وَإِذَا قُلْتُمْ, whenever you speak, فَعَدِلُوا, be just. Wallahi, your tongue would raise you. Likewise, your tongue will help destroy you. So our duty, our responsibilities, brothers and sisters in Islam, tongue. Tongue easily can raise you, can easily destroy you. And the Prophet had mentioned who will protect his tongue, and surely and Jannah would be his abode. Don't lie. When you speak, be honest. وَإِذَا قُلْتُمْ فَعَدِلُوا وَلَوْ كَانَ ذَا قُرْبَى. Even if it is close relatives. Because in Surah An-Nisa, remember we read it? يا أيها الذين آمنوا كونوا قوامين بالقسط شهداء لله ولو على أنفسكم أو الوالدين والأقربين إن يكن غنيا أو فقيرا فالله أولى بهما فلا تتبعوا الهوى أن تعدلوا وإن تلووا أو تعرضوا فإن الله كان بما تعملون خبيرا. Even if it is regarding yourself or your parents, rich or poor, regardless, just say that which is right. So number 8 here is وَإِذَا قُلْتُمْ, is it 8 or 9? وَإِذَا قُلْتُمْ فَعَدِلُوا وَلَوْ كَانَ ذَا قُرْبَى. 8. When you speak, speak right, be just, be honest and sincere, even though it is pertaining or related to your loved ones, close relatives. وَبِعَهْدِ اللَّهِ أَوْفُوا. Also, the promise. You have promised to execute a responsibility. Fulfill it. It is an obligation. If you vow to do something which actually was not sort of an obligation on you, and you promise to do it, it is your duty to execute it. For example, you promise to get your wife a car. You promise to send your wife to Hajj or Umrah. You promise to do this and that. As long as it's halal, it is an obligation, but initially it was not. But now you have said it to the person. You have said it to the other that this is what I'm going to do. It has become an obligation which you must fulfill. For example, just like masajids who promise, I am going to give the masjid 2,000, 3,200. Well, before you said it, it was not an obligation. After saying it, it becomes an obligation. Then that is وَبِعَهْدِ اللَّهِ أَوْفُوا ذَلِكُمْ وَصَّاكُمْ بِهِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَذَكَّرُونَ. This is the commandment of Allah, the law of Allah, so that you would remember. And number 10, وَأَنَّ هَذَا صِرَاطِي مُسْتَقِيمًا فَاتَّبِعُوهُ. Sirati mustaqima, this is my straight path. Allah said, فَاتَّبِعُوهُ, follow it. Do not go against it. What you have had right now, those 9 commandments, including this, Allah saying, this is my path. Allah said, فَاتَّبِعُوهُ, follow it. Abide by it. وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا السُّبُلَ, do not take those small paths, those little paths, here and there, here and there. No, abide by the straight path of Allah. Because when you take the little paths, فَتَفَرَّقَ بِكُمْ عَنْ سَبِيلِهِ, that would derail you from the straight path of Allah. Always look for the right path. Abide by the right path and do as much as you can. Remember what we've been saying all the time. Allah the Almighty is indeed perfect. But you and I are surely created imperfect. Let's do whatever we can. Therefore, ذَلِكُمْ وَصَّاكُمْ بِهِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. This is what you have been commanded to do. This is the law of your Creator. Abide by those laws. Surely it will bring you close and closer to your Creator. And let's remember, brothers and sisters in Islam, this is not to target anybody. This is to share. This is for us to learn and to abide by the law of the Creator. When we are able to do that, Wallahi, we are safe. And surely we will leave a legacy. And what we have done is surely going to be our legacy. Remember what we said, that your deen, meaning your faith and your honor, are connected, inseparable. can never separate them. Do whatever you can to protect your honor. That is surely what will bring you a unique legacy. So, brothers and sisters in Islam, let's abide by these 10 commandments, and surely you and I will be rewarded. Beginning with worshiping none but Allah. Our entire life is an act of worship. Our entire life. قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين لا شريك له وبذلك أمرت وأنا أول المسلمين. My living, my dying, surely is the path to Allah the Almighty. So let's do it right. And our relationship with the Creator is connected with our relationship with one another. Let's do it right. And I appreciate what the Lord has given us. Inshallah, we will stop here and we will come back by the will of Allah on Sunday, because we said we will surely be doing every other night. So tomorrow we do not have class. Inshallah, on Sunday we have tafsir at 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. And then at 10 o'clock we will meet again with our next surah, inshallah. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. Brothers and sisters in Islam, always when we meet, please, especially during this time, send us your questions, and we will do whatever we can to answer your questions, inshallah. I don't think we have questions today, right? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, see you on Sunday at 12 p.m. noon, our time, New York time, and also inshallah at night at 10 p.m. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.